And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Monster Baby Rescue. This is from Vladimir Suchy, who's well known for bigger Euro games like Last Will or Underwater Cities. This is his version of a kid's game, but stop before you run away. This game looks like a kid's game, sounds like a kid's game, and it is good for kids, but it is a family weight style game, and spoiler alert, that's really good, and a bunch of adults can play. Some neat ideas in this game. Here's how it plays. In this game, you are going to have a pet monster. It's a pathetic pet monster. Look at these. However, as the game goes by, you will be able to upgrade it. So, for example, this dragon head, he can't breathe fire, but he upgrades. Oh, he's getting there. And then he'll upgrade again. It's looking better. And then there we go. A full dragon one. So you can see, for example, this nasty looking orc and this nasty little manticore. But eventually, look how gorgeous they look as time goes by. So each player will start with their board and their pet here, and they're also going to start with their figure on this board right here. Now the way that this game plays is very simple. All these pets are here, and on your turn, the very last pet who's in this section is going to go. So this pet is going to move, and you're going to pick one of these tiles. So maybe I want to take this tile here. I'll take this tile, and then these tiles all slide down, and we add a new one. That tile is at 3, so I'm going to move my thing 3 sections. 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, and then slide it to the back. Let's say this pet takes a 2 tile, it would go 1, 2. Then this one goes next, it takes a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one takes a 3, 1, 2, 3. This one takes a 2, 1, 2. Now this pet gets to go again, because they're the one that's in last. So they might go 2, 1, 2. And then this one goes 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one goes 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can see that if you take shorter jumps, you'll get to go more often. But you may not always want the tile that's at the bottom. So what do these tiles do? Many of the tiles will help you upgrade. So, for example, if I take this one, I can upgrade my head 1 level. If I take this one, I can upgrade my torso. If I take this one, I can upgrade my legs. And if I take this one, I can choose which section to upgrade. When you take a tile, you keep it too, because this tile, for example, has a heart on it. It's worth a point at the end of the game. Other things that players can get. They can get comfy beds. You'll just put your comfy beds that you get over here, like this, and several of these, whoever has the most comfy beds may get points at the end of the game. And this one here says if I have a green gem, I could put it on it to score 2 points. Some just give you gems. This is a point, but also gives you a red gem. This one here gives me 2 green gems. Others let you build a rope ladder. At the end of the game, you're going to get points for how tall your rope ladder is, how many rungs it has. But also, at the end of the game, you'll get points if you finish a complete row here. So you can see I have 1 complete row all the way across. So with the 2 beds and the rope ladder, so that's worth 3 points at the end of the game. Some tiles are witch doctors. Witch doctors can help you out if you ever accomplish a goal over the course of this game. So let's say I'm the first person to get 4 comfy beds, which I am. I would put this on top. That's worth 2 points at the end of the game. But these guys will also give you a point for every one of these goals that you have. Maybe I'm the first person to get a red and a green gem, or the first person to upgrade all 4 of my body parts to level 4. And then finally, there are tiles you take that are just worth points at the end of the game. This one gives me points for my rope ladder. This one gives me a point for every 2 beds. This gives me a point for how high I've upgraded my torso. Players are going to keep doing this till all the tiles have been drawn. Then they're going to score points for most of the things I just mentioned. There's also some tiles here. You'll flip these each game, so it'll be slightly different. Like this one gives the number of gems I have gives me points. If I have the most beds, I'll get points. How high my rope ladder is will give me points. And so you add together all your points, which is done here, where you'll keep track of your points, and whoever has the most is the winner. The components for this game are top notch. Really enjoy it. The tiles are nice and thick. Everything is bright and cheerful. I'm a big fan of putting these guys together. It's like a little puzzle for kids. They get a big kick out of that. I suppose you could even play it with weirdly attached ones. But it has this cute look to it, which is fun. But the tile thickness, the quality, the gems are really neat. There's little standees, which are okay. The fact that you can flip the scoring track and it turns it over. You flip this over, it tells you how to do all the scoring at the end. Just really well done. Highly recommend the component quality here. So there you have it. It is basically a tile selection type game with a smattering of points at the end. In the industry, we often call these games point salad style games where you get points from various different ways. This is fantastic. I really like this game a lot for many reasons. One, it's a great gateway game, might be the best word, but I'm using it differently here. This is the kind of game you teach your kids, and then it helps, and they play and they learn some cool things so they can play maybe bigger, heavier games if they so desire. And it's also a game you could play with your kids, and you can go full bore and you get into the game and not feel like you're playing a kid's game. Just solidness all around. So it has one of my favorite mechanisms, which is oddly very rarely used in games, that of the time mechanism, where you basically take a tile and that's how far you move, and you can take those really good tiles that are at the top, but when you do that, you might have to essentially skip a turn while other people might do it shorter and get to go more often. So you can be very discerning and pick the tiles you want, but get fewer of them than other players. Now, is that enough to win? Well, that depends on what comes up. There's different strategies. You can go for a lot of the little witch doctor guys and go for different things and score that way. Make a big rope ladder, fully upgrade your monster's body, all three parts of it. There's various things in it, and honestly, there's a good deal of depth to this game that I was not expecting. Yes, at the end of the day, it's a straightforward game, but that time mechanism, which is something, if you play this with your family, that probably most of you haven't seen in a game before, mixed with a really fun, cute theme. I mean, baby stuff is all in the rage right now. Look at baby aliens. That helps out a lot, and everyone's going to get into it. It's fun, it's amusing, but there's some solid choices that offer a good deal of replayability. It scales well. Turns are fast. You take your turn, take a tile, you are working on that, the next person goes, and you just keep going around and around and around, and it's something that you're kind of just in the whole time. So I'm always excited when I see something that's come along. I don't think there's enough good family games that come out over the course of a year. This is a solid choice in that, and I like it a lot. And you know what? The kids can go play by themselves too. So just a winner on many levels. That's Monster Baby Rescue. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando, in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.